Please welcome Allan Jackson.
So my name is Allan Jackson. I am the founder of Big Head Books. We are a children's book publishing company, founded about 3 years ago by my team and I, who are right over here. And the purpose of our dream is to create contemporary literature for children of all ages and races and that have very contemporary storylines with diverse characters. These are our 4 products. Our most recent is The Super Duper Kid, which just came out a couple of weeks ago. Our first young adult novel, 15, again by my partner over here. When I Close My Eyes, which is a really beautiful illustrated book, and Danny Dollar. Our publishing company was really started with a question by my son, who was 7 years old at the time. He said, "Dad, I want to open up a lemonade stand." We didn't have any lemonade. We wound up making iced tea. But in 3 hours, he made $50, which forced me to have this conversation with my son about money. So like I usually do, I go to Barnes & Noble to try to find a book to assist me along. And much to my dismay, I went to the children's section. I saw a table with about 100 different books, all with children walking along the beach and frolicking through the flowers, and they were all white. The only book featuring a child of color was that book right there. Yeah, and I can't express to you how angry and upset I was to see that. I mean, just to have all these other books there that was just coming-of-age stories, but the only book with a child of color on it just happened to be that with a mugshot, and it just angered me. So I got an idea. I would write a book about a young boy who opens up a lemonade stand, who is very financially sound, savvy, and but with a really fun story, and to teach kids about the importance of money. And that's when Danny Dollar was born. And then Danny Dollar is a middle read book. It teaches children about finance, investing in entrepreneurship, but in a really funny story that kids really love. And this book, I can't believe, this book changed my life in every way imaginable. We wound up finding ourselves on the cover of newspapers and magazines, being featured in the Eagle so much people think I was paying them off, which is partly true, that I was paying my friend in cookies. But it was just amazing how this took off. What was equally amazing was the responses that we were getting from schools and organizations like Bart Charter School, and also these kids here from the Multicultural Bridge. Thank you. So everybody kind of was getting on the Danny Dollar bandwagon, and it was really a lot of fun to watch this take shape. But maybe one of our biggest win was when a bank in Harlem heard about us, and they purchased a few hundred copies. They used it to empower kids, inner city kids in Harlem, and each and every one of these kids did not own a bank account prior to receiving the book. Every one of them now has a bank account and is maintaining it on a regular basis. So I'm really, really excited by that. But again, this was our second release. It's about imagination, something that's so underutilized now, especially in the world of Facebook and Wii and video games. Just a book just simply about a little girl that when she closes her eyes, she just uses her imagination to take her to faraway places. And I really didn't realize the impact this book had until I visited a school in the Bronx that they created these little art thingies that when there it says, when you lift them up, it says what they see when they open their eyes. It just was really empowering to see that children were gravitating to these books in such a big way. But speaking of using imagination, we have to use our imagination to be very creative when it comes to promoting literacy out there. Yeah, I think the S stands for sucker, because I almost kind of lost the bet to do this, but I was really glad that I did. It was a lot of fun. And actually, I don't think I look too bad, But I won't be doing that again. This was the result of our really an amazing party that we had to release our first young adult novel. And the author, Nick, was so exhausted by the hundreds of people that showed up that she literally passed out. We really realized how important reading is and the bond that it creates for children as well as adults. And this image is just a reflection on the power of literacy. And we know that that power is so strong that along with my partner, Eddie Taylor, we founded this program called FULL, and it stands for Families United Through the Love of Literacy. What you see here is an inmate from Berkshire County Correctional Facility who through our program is using our book as a way to connect with their children on the outside. So it's really a powerful program. You can't imagine how these inmates feeling helpless and not being able to reach out to their kids. But through literacy, we're finding a way to make that happen, and it really is a beautiful program. You're messing me up. I'm on time restraints here. All right, now I have to skip the whole segment I was going to say about this because. But really what we want to get at is how important it is to promote literacy, how important it is to expose our children to diversity, and what better way to do it than through books, because just to see the look on a child's face when they meet an author, when they read a book, especially with a child that looks like them on the cover, it does something to their soul that I don't think can be done otherwise. One of our biggest success stories was just being graced by having Mayor Bianchi use our books as a gift to give to Michelle Obama when she was here a couple of weeks ago. So we're fortunate that we got our books in the White House, and who'd have thought that would have happened from a little kid saying, "Daddy, I want to open up a lemonade stand." So, I had a lunch with Megan Wilden last week, and she asked me, "So you're in the business of selling books?" And I said, "No." I said, "We're in the business of giving children hope. We're in the business of giving children dreams, and we're in the business of changing lives. We just happen to sell books." Thank you.